Let's talk about that very specific kind of tired. You know the one I mean? It's this deep, deep exhaustion that just sticks around, no matter how much sleep you get. You do all the right things, you follow all the advice, but it never really goes away. Today, we're going to finally put a name to that feeling and figure out why the usual fixes just aren't working. So, first things first, you do the obvious thing. You sleep. And you don't just sleep, you make it a priority. You get to bed on time, you're aiming for that perfect 8 hours, you're doing everything you're supposed to do to let your body recover. Okay, so then you start thinking about your days. You know you can't just grind 24/7, so you start scheduling breaks. You're actually stepping away from your desk, you're taking those little walks, you're building in those moments to just, breathe.
And when even that doesn't seem to work, you pull out the big guns. The holiday. The full-on vacation. You book the tickets, you get out of town, you completely unplug. You're thinking, this has to be it. This is the big reset I've needed.
And yet, you get home, and within a few days, sometimes just a few hours, that same heavy, drained feeling is right back where you left it. It's so frustrating, right? You've played by all the rules of rest, so why on earth is none of it working?
Well, here's the thing. The reason is actually pretty simple, but it's also kind of deep. It's not that rest itself has failed. It's that you might be using the right solution for the completely wrong problem. We've got to find the real source of this thing.
And that right there is the key. The exhaustion that you're feeling, it's probably not coming from your body being overworked. It's coming from somewhere else entirely, a place that sleep and vacations just can't reach.
Okay, so let's break this down. You've basically got two different kinds of tired. On one side, there's physical burnout. That's just your body being exhausted. Think about how you feel after running a marathon. The cure is simple, rest. But on the other side, you've got something called existential burnout, and that's an exhaustion of purpose. You can't just sleep that off. Its cure isn't rest, it's direction.
So this isn't just some vague, fuzzy feeling you can't describe. This burnout of purpose, it actually has a name. And once you can name it, you can start to understand it. And more importantly, you can start to do something about it.
It's called existential burnout, and it's the exhaustion that comes from a deep confusion about your purpose. Notice that this has nothing to do with how hard you're working. It's about the incredible amount of energy we waste when we're not sure why we're even doing what we're doing. It's a tiredness that's born from being fundamentally misaligned.
So what does that actually feel like? Well, it's that constant nagging drain you feel when you're doing things that just don't feel like you. It's the exhaustion you get from running as fast as you can, putting in all this effort without any idea where the finish line is. It's kind of like being on a treadmill. You're burning a ton of energy, but you're not actually going anywhere. So if just stopping and resting isn't the answer, then what is? Well, the cure isn't more rest, it's finding a direction. It means we have to completely rethink the way forward, not by stopping, but by choosing a new place to go.
And this is really the most important thing to get. You've got to use the right fix for the right kind of fatigue. Step 1, sure, rest fixes the body. It's absolutely essential for physical burnout. But step 2 is realizing that direction, that's what fixes the spirit. When you're dealing with a crisis of purpose, the answer isn't to stop moving. It's to find a path that feels right and finally start walking down it.
And all of this brings us to this one final, really powerful idea. Sometimes the cure isn't more sleep, it's a different life. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Maybe the answer you're looking for won't be found in bed or on a beach somewhere. Maybe it's found by asking yourself a really big question. If rest isn't working, what part of my life needs a new direction?